Welcome in, whether you're on the YouTube, whether you're on the Twitch channel. Hello, welcome. We are live again. We are here for the Shanghai Grand Prix, live in China. I believe this is the... I don't know how many times we've been here, but... Once, there we go. Once, this is second time now, isn't it?
This is the second time, yes. This is the second time.
Alright. My name is British Pitbull, also known as Clint. This is my fellow commentator, Smiley's Kyle, also known as Kyle. Say hello, Kyle.
Good evening. I don't say hello, I say good evening.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to be back.
Yes,
it is a pleasure to be back. I'm excited. Last week was a great success, actually. Obviously, a very exciting race. If you haven't seen it...
we had, what, 18 drivers last week?
Yes, indeed, yes.
And now we've got a full grid this week. Absolutely astonishing.
And if you didn't see last week, probably go and check out our Instagram page to see who won. But
yes, indeed. The Instagram page is linked on the starting screen and the end screen, so if you want to go check out the Instagram page, go and check it out. You'll keep up to date with all the comings and goings of the league.
Indeed.
All the drivers that won, all the points, all the driver standards and all that jargon.
Yes.
And there are some quite fun quizzes to do as well.
Yeah, there is. So last week, if you didn't watch already, Skills Virus, the man in the Mercedes. So if you're watching on the Torpedo channel, just gone out the pits, he was the race winner last week.
Yeah,
also got a 4-time seat as well. The man from Tunisia, our second Tunisian driver actually. He's our race winner last week, so he's currently leading the championship. It was a perfect start for what you've seen. But the race win. Second place was Tyler Davidson, who's not here. He's a reserve. And third place in Bahrain was our defending champion Juan Hernandez in the Ferrari, her 16 rod. So he'll be looking to make a mark today, shall we say? And Lucas has spun coming out the pit, so that's a concern. Already. At least it's not. At least he was on a lap. At least he was on a lap. Who's furthest? Goes fired up. He's furthest down the track, so I'll go on board with him. Didn't score points last race, unfortunately. Where he finished, I don't know, but he'll be looking to do better. That is for sure. And we do have some new faces as well. Well, I say new faces, people that didn't race last week. We have, of course, we have him. Now, I'm not going to pronounce his gamer tag, but his name is Moritz. So, Moritz is back. He used to be known as Boyrod, but he's now whatever that is. We'll call him Moritz. Who was it? We have Dolga, former Top League F2 champion, who's finally making
the one sitting up in first place.
Pardon? Yeah, he's in first place at the moment. Yes.
Right. I commentated on a couple of races, and he had that gamer tag, and I just called him Rotten.
Yeah. Well, his name is Moritz.
So
yeah, his name is Moritz. You can call him Rotten. I'll call him Moritz. Yeah, Dolga as well, former F2 champion. Shane.
Boyrod, if you are watching on the YouTube, I do apologise for botching your name up, but that's the only way I'm going to be able to
Can me hate Rotten, I think that's how you pronounce it, I think. Yeah. So Shane is making his first appearance of the season at Aston Martin. Aston Martin is a double Dutch team, funnily enough. Who else is making their debuts? Morik, or Lucas is actually known, who's about to start a lap now. Ramazan, who's a reserve, and Preston.
At the moment.
There's quite a few drivers on the flying lap. I'm going to go with Ghost Fired Up, because he's furthest. He's the first person on this flying lap. Didn't see sector 1, but we're going to go through this long left-hander. It's just about flat out in qualifying. Maybe not so much the race. I'm not too sure. Maybe someone will correct me on that, because I'm probably wrong. But he's invalidated, so that's commentator's curse, I do believe. Who's next? Charlie. Charlie's next. Go on board with Charlie. Charlie Goodrick. Still hasn't won a race yet. Still, which is weird to me. And he takes a lot of curb there, and he's going to slow. Why is everyone slowing down? Am I that much of a curse? Everyone's deciding, you know what, I'm just going to slow down or make an error. Thanks everyone. I'll go aboard with Chloe. Let's hope Chloe finishes the lap off. You know, we had one invalidation and one driver slowed down. Is Chloe going to get around this corner? Yes, she is. She's going to go on the long straight. She's going to open up the DRS. Of course, this is pretty much the best overtaking opportunity in the race, in my opinion. It's a really long straight. over a mile long. I think it's over a mile long. I'm not too sure.
Um,
As Chloe goes into that corner.
I don't know. I don't think it's going to be classed as the longest straight in F1 history now.
Well, it's not the longest straight in F1 history, it's just the longest straight on the track.
Well, yeah.
I'm pretty sure the straight in Baku is longer. But anyway, Chloe's going to finish her lap, and it's going to be 1:32.7. And Preston immediately beats
smash that by 2 seconds.
Yep, at 30.8. Preston Brennan, a two-time race winner in Torpedo League, I believe. Once for Mercedes and once for McLaren.
Virus is on a lap.
Because Virus is indeed on a lap. Fairs is also
He's running out of fuel as well, though. But I don't know if he's going to get all the way around. And
Gassi in the McLaren of 32.0, so he's into P2. Only 3 laps set so far.
He's had a bit of a wobble with Skills Virus, and he does, I think, back out.
Indeed, thanks to everyone tuning in, by the way. 4 viewers.
Yep, appreciate all the love and the
4
support.
viewers so far.
3 on the Twitch.
Yes. You can tell, obviously, former driver Manu
Oh,
is going to be very sad.
Shane, 31-1, second place for him.
Well, yeah, former driver Manu is going to be very sad that he's not racing, because he was a huge advocate of China being on the calendar. And his family on it after he's gone, but he's doing his military service. And we miss you, Manu. We'd love to have you race again one day in the Alpine, the pink Alpine.
Yeah.
Who's on a lap now? Fair's on a lap. We'll go on board with Fairs.
The only female driver in Torpedo League history.
Indeed. Indeed she is.
Did really, really well last week. Managed to get herself into the points. Got herself 2 points for the AlphaTauri team.
AlphaTauri getting a double points finish.
Good.
Yeah, double points finish last week for AlphaTauri. That was a very good result for them.
She stuck it out, carried on.
Yep.
She did well.
Took advantage off of the carnage up ahead.
Oh yes, she did. She did. She stayed well out of the way of it. That's for sure.
You got to finish. It's all about finishing the race. As Fairs is coming on the long straight. He's got Ferrari ahead of him, who may be on a lap. I'm not too sure. I don't know what Ferrari is, but the Ferrari is getting out of the way very nicely. As Fair's heading into this. This is a hairpin, isn't it? This corner. This is a hairpin.
What the final? Second to last corner. Yeah, that's a hairpin.
That's a hairpin. Okay, all right. Fairs is going to come through the final corner now. Oh, he's not going to. He's going to pit. I didn't even notice that he had low ERS. That's poor from me, actually. Oh, Tom goes completely off track there. He's going to set 133.4, puts him into P7. Boyrod as well, at 33.1. I missed that. Thomas at 32.4 and Evan at 32.0 into P3. Go on, Evan.
4-5 at the moment.
Yeah, but only 8 drivers set a lap so far, so it's not the most representative of lap. It's not a representative so far, let's say.
Weller in the Haas is on an invalidation lap on the mediums at the moment.
On board with Charlie.
The mediums going around this track is a bit
Well, it's a preferred race tyre, the mediums.
Yeah.
But if you're going to start, I think if you're outside the top 10, then you're almost definitely going to start on mediums. If you do start in the top 10, probably want to do soft hards, or maybe do soft medium medium, and hope for a safety car. That is the optimal strategy. So on board with Charlie now as he goes around this long left-hander, flat out, 7th gear. No issue so far in the Alfa Romeo. Looking like a decent...
He did have a bit of a squiffy moment coming out of turn 2, but there's nothing to impact on his time.
Of course.
But at the moment he's doing really well, coming up to the end of Sector 2, and he's 51.8, and there's a yellow flag. That is, I believe, an Alpine getting out of the way of a Williams.
Charlie going through this round. It's very easy to lose the rear end if you're too throw happy. I think is that the word? I don't know.
Yeah.
But Charlie
if you got too much of a trigger finger.
Yes, that's it. Or trigger foot, because trigger finger or heavy foot. Yeah, that's the phrase I'm looking for. I know Charlie's on as well, so the heavy foot phrase would apply to him.
Yeah,
he's not going to get pole position because I don't think the lap is good enough. So we just
no, it's not good enough for a pole, but it is going to be up there. 131.8 for Charlie MGO6.
So far, only Shane really coming close to Preston at the moment. There's Juan Hernandez, the defending champion, 31.4. He's into P3 so far. Ferrari 1.3.
Season 5 champion sets himself into P3.
Indeed. Currently second in the championship as well.
He actually finishes the race this weekend. Or this week, should I say, not this weekend.
most weekends. we used to race on weekends. Now we race on weekdays because we don't want to clash with our lovely partners at Formula Virtual Racing, of course. So
yes, indeed.
We decided to race on Wednesdays. Jackson.
And in all fairness, I do prefer the weekdays.
Yeah, me too. Actually, weekdays are nice.
Meanwhile, out. Meanwhile, crashed down the pitch straight.
Is anyone coming
out of the final
straight?
corner?
No.
He's obviously got a lead foot and spun out.
Yeah.
Oh dear. That is his qualifying over with. So Renault
that is over.
On the mediums.
Renault on the mediums as well, actually.
And there's a 52.4 second sector.
There's a Ferrari expertly getting out the way.
Ooh,
a bit of
massive tank slapper there.
A bit of wall spin having to fight the car and then not to
the
spin.
Curbs are definitely not going to be the driver's best friends tonight. The curbs are absolutely horrendously horrible.
Yep.
Hopefully in this year's game coming out they sort that out and they're not as bumpy.
Indeed. Anyway, Renault clear for the final corner on the mediums. Probably not going to be a pole position at the time. Maybe we'll try and mix it with the soft runners. It's only P10.
Top 10.
If he goes in the soft, he'll be a lot quicker, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Let's see, he was on the lap.
It's a 132.9.
Jackson on the lap. He may
Goes fired up is.
Goes fired up is on the lap. So we're on board, goes fired up. Because Vara's playing drivers. We know he's not on a lap. Why is everyone bailing? Every time I go on a lap, as Dammers is in P4, 131.6. Alfa Romeo 4.5. Unfortunately, Dammers was hit with a penalty in Bahrain for overtaking off track, which is not ideal. But he still scored points anyway, so it's not a complete disaster.
Whilst we've got a bit of time. Do you want to run through the drivers and the constructors stands?
Oh yes, indeed, run through the drivers and constructors stands. If you give me a second.
We haven't done that in a while.
We have not done that. We should let the viewers know.
Yeah, of course.
Look it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Smiler's car with the drivers and constructors stands.
Indeed, Skills Virus, the man in the Mercedes, is also on the medium tyres as we see a Ferrari of Preston facing the completely wrong way. Currently in the lead of the standings, Juan Hernandez is in P2, our defending champion, with 15 points. Jackson Turner, where is he in the Red Bull? He's in P3. Evan in P4 with 10 points. Renault in P5 with 8 points. Where's Renault? There he is. Thomas, while Pips in P6 with 6 points. Dammers, or Adam, in P7. Also, he's the one that edits the standings, so a huge thank you to Adam.
Yeah, it does an awesome
sensational editor, really. Very talented. And Chloe's in P8 in the standings with 2 points. And, well, Scott Sandever, who's not here, unfortunately, he's in P9 with 1 point. And then everyone else has 0. Because obviously Tyler Davidson, who's a reserve, scored 18 points, but he obviously, the reserves have their own separate standings. And as for the constructors, Mercedes are out in front with 25 points. Aston Martin with 18, Ferrari 15, Red Bull and AlphaTauri on 12, Williams on 8, McLaren on 7, Alfa Romeo on 4, Haas and Alpine on 0. Which is a surprise for Alpine because Fair is obviously our season 3 and 4 vice champion. Had a unlucky race last
season
week.
3 and season 4 runner-up.
Yeah, runner-up, or vice champion because second.
Appreciate you, Harry. Thanks for dropping in, son.
Second place, so he'll be looking to score points because
he needs to start scoring points because I believe he didn't finish last week.
He finished out of the points last week.
Oh right, okay. Oh, speaking of the, I wonder what the weather's going to be like.
I believe it is a dry race. Anyway, I'm going to assemble the fairs.
Hi, Lexi. Welcome in. How are we? So, at the moment, Preston Brennan is sitting on that provisional pole position at the moment in first place, 130.8, and he's coming back out onto track now on the set of softs.
As Fairs goes P11 on the set of mediums. Sorry to just interrupt you. 16 drivers set a lap so far. Obviously, Mimula 1, Brendan is out of the session. Ramazan is going to set 131.333. So Ramazan up into P3. good lap there from Ramazan. There is a very nice lap.
Also, the other Ferrari driver of Herald, Season 5
Skills
champion.
Virus. That's an impressive lap on the mediums, a 131.7. That's very good, actually. Very, very good. The current leader of the standings, saying a 131.7. We're very happy with that. Let's see if anyone else is on a lap. It's Juan Hernandez on a lap. Juan Hernandez is on a lap in the Ferrari. Our favourite Spaniard. I think the only Spaniard who's actually racing Torpedo League. I'm pretty sure. I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think he is. The only Spaniard who's ever raced in Torpedo League.
I mean, I don't think he is, but...
Well, I don't remember having anyone.
At the
I don't
moment,
remember
he's the
having
only
any
Spaniard in the lobby at the moment.
Yeah, but I don't remember having any other Spaniard racing in Torpedo League, I'm pretty sure.
Mate,
As Ghost fired up, has crashed, entering the pit lane. He's done a Lewis Hamilton.
Fucking Wally. Sorry,
Language.
I do appreciate Charlie's family. Sorry, I do apologise. I'm sorry.
But that is very. That's not what you want.
Ghost, you absolute Wally.
Yes. This Juan Hernandez going around this lovely, awkward right hand, the fifth gear sixth. Oh, he's got his teammate Preston ahead of him, giving him a lovely slipstream.
Nice
we love this teamwork from the Ferraris.
Oh, look at this for the Ferrari
Absolutely
drivers.
fantastic. That's definitely going to help Juan Hernandez. 325 kilometers per hour. That is brilliant.
203 miles per hour.
Lovely.
He topped off that there.
So you're in MPH, I'm in KBH. We're just providing lots of information to our viewers here. That's Juan Hernandez. Got a Mercedes ahead of him. Does the Mercedes get in his way? Just about avoids him, I think. What's Juan Hernandez going to do? 131.3, but he goes into third.
Oof.
And that is his last lap of the session.
Wow. I believe it is now Preston Brennan's turn.
As Ramazan has retired from the session, so he's not going to set another lap, and it is Preston's turn. Ooh,
So
Juan Hernandez to give Preston a slipstream, perhaps. Obviously, Preston's still on provisional pole. I mean, he set that lap early on in the session, and he still hasn't been beaten. His Skills Virus is retired from the session. He's in P6 on medium, so we know what he's seen is going to do. Preston Brennan, 1.5 tenths up in Sector 1. So far, it's looking all rosy in the garden for Preston. Doesn't look like anyone can beat him, as everyone's on their out laps preparing to set their final lap. We'll stick on board with Preston for the time being as it goes through this nice right-hander. Onto this left-hander, nice quick change of direction. This is really much a double left-hander onto this very short straight. Doesn't run wide. Uses the track, or goes two wheels of track to carry as much speed as possible. And now going through this awkward right-hander. And obviously teammate Juan Hernandez is going to return the favour. He's going to return the favour. This is absolutely brilliant teamwork from the Ferraris. No, I haven't seen any other team do this. The Ferrari's on song today, as it looks like Preston is going to get a pole position. 325, 324, and Borod's crashed.
202 miles per hour.
So it seems that Juan Hernandez got a high top speed there on the runs.
Oof.
But Preston is already 3.5 tenths up, so it looks like this is going to probably be like a mid to low 1 minute 30s, I'm pretty sure. Preston going through the final corner, he's open to the DRS. It's a 130.1, a 4 second ahead of the nearest driver, who happens to be Shane, who's also on a lap now. That's an impressive lap. That's a very good lap, I must say. I'm very impressed with that.
Good lap. Good lap.
That looks unstoppable. Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to beat that.
No, I don't think no one's going to beat that. It depends, to be honest with you. I mean, Shane's coming around the complete Sector 2 now, so we'll see what his split time is.
Yep. Oh, he doesn't run wide, doesn't invalidate his split time. He's only 1.5 tenths up.
He's nowhere near.
So maybe he'll probably just consolidate his second place.
Yeah.
Really. That's about it. I don't know if anyone else on the lap. We'll see if anyone else on the lap. Jackson spun, so he's not going to improve. Is Charlie on a lap? Charlie goes into P2. Charlie goes into P2. He improves by 7.5 tenths. Go on, Charlie. Good stuff there from the Britishman. It's the British 1-2 at the moment. We'll stick on board with Shane as Evan doesn't improve. Let's see. Can anyone else challenge Preston? Doesn't look like it. Shane probably looking to get himself into second place on the grid, and he's done it.
He doesn't.
He's second place in the grid.
He takes the second quicker.
Let's see anyone else on a lap.
Jackson
on a lap. Jackson is on a lap as well.
No, he's not.
Is he? No, he is.
No, he's going really slowly.
Yeah, he's going really slowly. You're right. Good spot. Thomas is not on a lap. Fairs, I believe, is on a lap. Dog is invalidated.
Is on a lap.
Murik or Lucas is on a lap. Ducky is not. So we'll go with Fairs. He's going to receive some stitching from that McLaren ahead.
Oh, it's invalidated as Bugatti right at the last corner. He was
that's
2/10 up.
unfortunate. That is
He
very
would have
unfortunate.
gone into 8th position, knocking his teammate down the position.
However, he's on what they say strategical pole position, P11. He gets free choice of tyres.
Yeah.
What will Fairs do?
Fairs coming round the
carries
final
a lot of
corner.
speed in that final corner.
Oh.
What's he going to do? It's a 1:30.7. He goes
Oh,
into P2.
look at that! 1.5 seconds quicker.
He goes into P2, just dislodging
Wow.
Shane there. Is Shane doing another lap though? That's an interesting. Oh no, Shane is not on a lap.
No,
he's crossed the line.
Yeah. So that is it. Qualifying done.
That isn't needed. Looks like no one else is going to improve. So Charlie, if we could just hurry up and get to the pits, please.
Oh, so Preston Brennan on pole position. Can he change that into a third Torpedo League race win? We will soon find out. Fairs is second, Shane third, Charlie fourth, Herod fifth, Ramazan in sixth, and we will run through everything in a second. I do apologise to everybody that's watching. I'm not really very talkative today because I've got a splitting headache. So my talking will be minimal.
Right.
But
okay.
we shall see.
Preston Brennan on pole position by a whole 6/10. That's a very dominant pole position actually, ahead of Fairs in P2. Shane, his first race of the season in P3. Charlie in P4. Juan Hernandez in P5. Ramazan in P6. Then there's a British trio of Dammers, Jackson and Thomas in P7, 8 and 9. And Yassine, last week's race won on the mediums actually in P10, so that's good for Yassine. Evan in P11, Bugatti in P12, Moritz in P13, Gus fired up P14, Chloe in P15, Dog in P16, Lucas in P17, Renault in P18, and then both Hasses just didn't bother with setting times because you know qualifying is overrated. You know, there's no point of doing it. You know,
tyre choice.
Yeah, everyone will crash out of them and they'll get a 1-2 and everything is sorted.
So, tyre choice. I wonder who's going on what tyre from the bottom 10. We shouldn't find.
I'll be very surprised if anyone in the bottom 10 starts in softs. I'll be very, very surprised.
That's true. That is true. So, ladies and gentlemen, the drivers will sort out their race strategies and ready up, and then we will get underway onto the formation lap, which is for the drivers to warm their tyres up, making sure they're nice and at the right optimal temperature. And then we will be getting underway. The 28 laps of Shanghai, China.
Indeed. And Fairs has left the session, not ideal.
Oh, typical.
And
away you go.
I just love how his car just goes like whenever you leave the session, like the AI car just goes
disappears.
off. It's like it has a mind of its own. Let me just invite him quickly. Do apologize for the blue screen, everyone. That's just a consequence of me having to invite him. I've invited him, so he can't complain that I didn't send him an invite.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me load up the telemetry. Flipping out. Finally the words are out. And I was right.
Yeah.
No one in the bottom 10 is on softs. The top 9 are on softs. Yassine, Evan, Bugatti, Moritz, Adam, Chloe and Renault are on mediums. Dog, Lucas, Ducky's not even here, and Brendan are on hard tyres.
Ooh, four drivers on the hards.
Brendan always starts on hards anyway. He started on hards in Bahrain.
Put it this way, I will give Dolga credit where credit's due. He is very, very good on the hards.
He is good on the hards, and he'll be looking to go long.
Yes, indeed.
Right. So, as is per tradition, I ask you, what do you think the top 3 will be for this race?
Oh.
Now, I got the race winner last week. I said Yassine was going to win.
Yes, you did.
last week,
Yes, you
and I
did.
got it
Yes,
right.
you did.
So, who do you think will be in the top 3 for this week, for this race?
Right, I'm going to say Fair's race winner, Charlie P2, and I'm going to go out on a whim and say Jackson's going to sneak in for a P3.
Interesting. I'm going to say, I'm going to go 2 for 2 from pole position. I'm going to say Preston ends up winning.
Okay.
And I say Shane gets P2, and you know what? Surprise podium. Thomas Wildspitz gets P3. Surprise podium inbound.
Oof.
Anyway, the drivers are all lining up for the grid now, and there's a Williams of Renault deciding to be a funny guy, taking his time, but he's going to line
that
up
would
on the
be,
grid.
I believe, Renault, I think.
That is Renault, and obviously before the race starts, make sure to check out our socials, which is only Instagram and the YouTube.
Yep.
And yeah.
So final driver is now lining up onto the grid.
Now lining onto the grid indeed, as I'm going to go on board
And
with Preston,
he
the
is
Ferrari.
lined up. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, ready for the start of the Shanghai Grand Prix.
Indeed. As you did some of the lights going out.
We are waiting for him to ready up.
Is he in the lobby?
Yep, he is. And the red lights are up. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's lights out and away we go. And bloody Nora.
That's an AI
Fairs.
car affair. That's an AI car affairs.
No, it's not.
What
Oh, this created absolute carnage. Jesus, good lord. 5-second
I
penalty
think we're
for
gonna have
Shane.
to. I think we're gonna have to restart that. I think.
Yeah,
We're gonna
I
have
think
to
we're going
restart
to
that.
have to.
We're gonna have to restart that.
We're
All right.
gonna have to.
We're gonna have to restart that. Let me just let everyone know now, because that was a
Yeah, because that
definite
was a bit of a crap show there. So I'm gonna leave, and I'll set up a new lobby.
Yeah, we're gonna restart. All right.
Right, no worries.
This
I'll,
means the stream is gonna end. I mean, we already have 20 comments. Thanks, guys. All right, so as we're gonna watch Preston just complete cut.
Lucky for you guys on the Twitch, you don't need to miss anything because I have OBS and I don't have to cancel stream at all.
Yeah, look, the first probably wasn't AI, but it glitched so hard, so they're just gonna have to restart. There's no point.
Well, apparently it's attempted to reconnect, so I don't know what's going on here.
So this is what happens when there's a restart, everyone. We all just crash into each other. We've done it many times before. Anyway, that was Jackson scrapping into the last corner. Jackson's going to go for the move down the inside. And it's a good move from Jackson, but Dammers is going to hang around the outside and he gets the move done. Wow, this is very fantastic. Anyway, we will end the stream now, but we're going to start a new one as soon as I get an invite. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll be back very, very soon. Thank you.